We have an update from Lahontan Gold Corp, trades on the TSXV under the symbol LG and on the OTCQB under the symbol LGCXF. It's a Canadian mine development and mineral exploration company that holds through its U.S. subsidiaries four top tier gold and silver exploration properties in the Walker Lane of mining friendly Nevada. Happy to welcome back President and CEO Kimberly Ann. Welcome back, Kimberly.
Thank you.
All right, what's your update today?
Well, we've been busy, I think, since we talked last. We've been busy drilling, putting drill results out. We'll be putting out more soon, but really the backbone of our projects, you can see in this land package here, it's in the beautiful Walker Lane of Nevada, best jurisdiction in the world. We've got the size and scalability that we've been working on quite hard. We just put out a press release. You can see in this land package here, we picked up 27 claims in that red box there. Those are wrapped around the York pit, the historic pit that was on the property back in the day. This is a very, very important low-cost acquisition for us because in our PEA before and our resource estimate, we were not allowed to count all those beautiful ounces because they're outside of a property boundary. So now we'll be able to count all those ounces as well as grow the resource there. We will be putting out more drill results on the last campaign, and a lot of them were focused in this area. So I think people are going to be really happy about that. And then we've been very focused on our permitting because I think everybody knows that we're considered a mine under closure. This picture here is a picture of the Santa Fe historic pit. It's only 90 meters deep, all that beautiful oxide material. We're going back in and mining this. So it allows us to fast track our permits through to go back into production in early 2027. We're making great progress on that, and we'll be talking about that in a press release in the very near future. So it's great to have a time to talk to you guys, get more eyes on this story right now because it's a really great time to be involved with the company.
Great. Kimberly, can you talk a little bit more about Tuesday's announcement that Lahontan will be acquiring additional mineral interests at the Santa Fe mine project?
Yeah, so that's based around the York pit, as I was just discussing. When you have boundaries, you can't really talk about ounces in the ground that you don't own. So that gives us a lot of room to explore and drill out the York pit area. So, with our PEA that we've done in the past, the numbers look fantastic and robust. As you can see here, very low strip ratio. The CapEx is quite small for open pit mine operation, low cash costs, etc. But what we're doing now is we're tweaking everything to make everything better. Our land package, our metallurgy work, we've been doing extensive work behind the scenes on that. More drilling. We'll do another drill program in October. And then Q1, you're going to see an updated mineral resource and a PEA coming out. So lots going on to prove this out. This PEA was done in 1950 gold last year, which feels like a lifetime ago considering where we are with gold and silver. So in our next model, it's going to look amazing because we're going to be able to pick up so many more ounces, and we'll be doing it at real gold prices. I see a lot of people using 2,500 gold for their pit shells, which allows us to capture truly all of the ounces we have in the ground.
Wonderful. So how does this acquisition help the company's expansion goals and its cost structure?
Well, the York pit was a small pit. It was mined at the end of mine life. There's lots left there. We just haven't focused on really drilling it out because we've been waiting for 5 years for that land to become available, and now we have it. So it does give a high potential for us to consider how much bigger the York pit can be. The Slab Calvada area has become almost one big pit together, a super pit. So, it gives us a lot of room to move our resource, to a much larger amount. And again, look, we have a very large land package and there's massive upside from exploration. If money was never a problem for companies, always balancing all those things out, we'd have 5 drill rigs out there because there's so much exploration upside. So our focus is getting this back into production in the quickest timeline possible, which is what we've been working on for 2.5 years now. And then we can continue to drill this out as time goes by.
Can you give us an update on timing of the metallurgy analysis?
Yeah, so we've been doing some studies with some different groups that I'm just going to go to the permitting slide. That really helps us work through our transition material. Yes, we have sulfides as well. Our resource right now is almost 2 million ounces. Just under half of that is in all oxide, but the next model you'll see a different analysis on that. But when we put out the PA before, we really couldn't report reality of what happened on the ground, meaning it was mined for 6 years of mine life. In certain areas of the project where we were getting 62% recoveries over in the Slab Calvada area that was known for 6 years, our third party consultants would not really tell those numbers. They discount it to 50% because we didn't run the test with them. So, which is bothersome for me considering we have evidence of all that. But that being said, our last PA gave us a huge hit list to go back and say, fine, okay, we're going to do all these column leach tests and bottle rolls, whatever they want to qualify the real recoveries that we were seeing there. And we also have sent about 1,000 pounds of rock off to a third party that is looking at how you can get change like your recoveries in the your mixed rock up into the 80s and 90s versus the 50s and 60s. So if that works, that will be a game changer for not only our company but many others. That is a 180 day process to see if we have the ideal rock. So we'll see on that. But even as we sit today with the numbers that we have in the PEA, this is a robust project with very low cash costs and a very low capex. And I think everybody wants to see companies like ourselves get in production as quick as possible through non-dilutive dollars when you're actually building it. And then you're continuing to pay through your own cash flow to see how big it will be for the future.
Absolutely. Wonderful. Kimberly, do you have any closing remarks for our viewers today?
Yeah, I just want everybody to make sure you're on our newsletter list and paying attention because our information on our permitting, we're going to have a press release out in the very near future. It's really pivotal for the company. We're making great strides on the ground. So I just want everybody to be paying attention, and my phone number and my email is always out there for everyone to call me, ask additional questions, and I'm always here for our shareholders.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you for this update, and we look forward to seeing you again real soon.
Take care.
All right, everyone. We'll be right back.